So we've hit some rain our last about 30-45 minutes, and I went and woke Will up because I didn't want to do this alone.
Look at our radar.
Welcome to the new inaugural SNN episode 1. We are currently in the middle of one of the most severe storms we've been in the entire boat.
The human spirit is one of the most elastic things in existence. The easier we have it, the more we are troubled, or better said, annoyed by even the smallest thing.
Do you guys think we're going to be okay without Mom today?
Maybe. It's doubtful.
It's doubtful? Why would you say that?
Because.
But when life gets rough and we are thrust out of our comfort zone, we seem to be able to handle just about anything that's thrown at us.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is the craziest thing. GPS brought us right through the middle of the market. Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Over the last several weeks, months, and quite frankly, years, our family has been doing our best to keep ourselves in a state of controlled chaos, with the idea that if we can handle the big stuff, the little everyday annoyances should bounce right off of us.
Some lady gave us a hard time
What just happened?
about being kids and where's our mom.
So you guys went to the grocery store and you guys had money and you paid for your stuff and they still said, who are you and who you with?
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
Said mom's outside.
Largo, do you think that's right?
No.
And to make sure that we don't forget what we have gone through, we record it all and share it with you.
Okay, so back there, Largo is in French class while we are driving to get an oil change.
On Friendship, we have been testing ourselves constantly as we continue to learn how to be full-time sailors.
Day 2 of filling the boat with water to see what happens.
Oh my God. Today's journey will be no exception. Join us as we take to the seas under dark and figure out what, more or less, we should be concerned about.
All right, I'm a little scared. Okay, I'm a little more than a little scared, but I'm not a lot scared.
Thank you to our patrons whose support make these episodes possible.
What are the birds doing, Largo?
The birds are the bird about the bird but there's a word.
We are hanging out. We're hanging out in front of the boat this morning for this incredible sunrise. Largo woke up thinking that we're going to take off for an early start. We did not start for an early start.
Yep.
We're actually starting a little bit later today because, well, we find ourselves at an enclosed anchorage because between Barcelona and Valencia there's very little in terms of like protection. We found this little spot. It's awesome. So we're gonna work for a little bit this morning.
And then tonight's our first overnight sail.
Yay. And these birds are super adorable. They're hunting for food and they're like splashing in the water. We have like a front row view of this entire action. What's happening here? How's Mom doing, Largo?
Mom's doing fine, and
Yeah.
I'm doing tired.
Yeah, we're gonna make her some breakfast too. She's still a little under the weather.
Do you recall when we were young, running from all things at once, without thinking twice? And I knew it would catch up, and that we would be the ones left behind.
This is Largo's best breakfast ever.
Stories I've been told,
Yes, it is.
they never seem to.
Let's see. And now in Largo's quaint little kitchen, we will use a lighter.
That I am on.
That must have looked cool.
Largo, should we make some for Avalon as well?
Hey Avalon, do you want some?
She's kind of asleep in there.
Chow down on the food. Listen, this is how you're gonna get better now. How are you feeling this morning?
I still feel pretty bad. I am so congested through here and I have a sore throat. A bit achy. I had a fever again yesterday. I'm gonna conquer this, damn it. I'm sure it's not as bad as what COVID would have been, so. But I'm kind of tired of it. I'm ready to get back to my normal energy.
But it's gonna be nice to take a morning off.
It is nice. Well, I don't know if it's taking a morning off. We're gonna work, but
Whatever.
a
We're
morning
still
off
not
from
gonna be
sailing.
stuck at the helm. We're gonna do something more productive.
It's true. It's a helm break. It's a beautiful anchorage. It's very calm.
It is. We barely moved last night. I didn't feel us even rocking a little bit.
How barbaric I am.
That's okay.
And I have an orange mustache.
Come seek me out.
Getting ready to take off from the anchorage, and I don't want to leave this place. It's super nice. The water's a little murky, but I guess
You said the water was warm, and Florida boy never says the water's warm.
it is warm. It is. I'm not cringing at this point, and Largo is about ready to take another shower.
I'd love to jump in.
It is about 2 p.m. It's a little late for us to start our journey for the day.
Do you remember
but
the surprise we said we had for them yesterday? Did you tell them what it is?
Largo broke the news earlier.
He did? Well,
Yeah.
be more dramatic about it. Tell them more dramatic.
We're going
Guess
on a
what,
night
guys?
sail. We're gonna do our first overnight passage, guys. We felt like we need to stretch our boundaries and get ourselves more in better seamanship shape. And if we have the opportunity to do an evening sail by the coast, we're gonna do that because we have another sail, another couple weeks down the road where we're gonna be sort of offshore and we're gonna be doing a night sail. So we rather test the waters, literally now. So that's what we're doing today. We're taking off for like 20 hours without stopping.
I forgot to hit record.
You did not. Stop. You know better than that. Okay, we're up.
I know the sign was given. It's in the way you move and in the silence.
So it's not exactly the warm, sunny day that we want to go sailing in, but that's okay as long as it doesn't get too cold. So if we're lucky, we will be able to do mostly under wind power today, which is really good because I'm really tired of being a motor sailing channel. Do those exist? And the life of the cruiser, I guess.
So his hope is that we stay close. But it's the life that we chose.
We're gonna run aground.
It takes time to get it right. Sleepless days and nights.
All right, so ready to bring up the sail? Go, yeah, now. Oh, 3, 2, 1, go. Too much?
I think you're doing just fine. Laura, how's your snack going?
Good. I'm just making a peanut butter sandwich.
All right, so first log of our overnight sail. It's not very exciting. We have 3.4 knots of wind behind us, and our mast is just like, I might as well just pull it in at this point because it's flapping around a little bit. And Jessica over there is still recovering from the effects of the vaccine. You know what she's done? I kind of wish you would have seen this. I wish I would have had a camera on earlier because she's been like a master at the helm. And not only that, but like she's been like busy filling the Morocco trip because we sort of closed our registration on that. Things went really well. We're really excited because that's going to come soon. And that's it. This is my logbook registry for this hour.
So his hope is that we stay close. But it's the life that we chose. It takes time to get it right. Sleepless days and nights. We just need a little more.
So a slight change of plans on our overnight sail predictions for this evening.
Just a slight.
We're going to alter that. We're going to stop just before dark tonight. And well, when you're on the boat and you have 4 people on board, you have to, I guess, eventually assess whether they're all capable and ready and willing to do the overnight thing. And Jessica, as strong as she wants to be,
It's not that I'm not ready or capable. I'm so damn ready to do an overnight, like really ready. But that vaccine hit me pretty hard, and it's getting later in the day, and I can feel myself fading. And I think it's not fair to the rest of the crew for me to go in this and not being 100% in it. And our plan was to do buddy system, on our first overnight and break off. But really, the only 2 really capable of that right now are Largo and Will, because I'm not feeling well, and Avalon has 3 days left before an exam, and then she's done with school. But if we have her up at night, she's going to be shot tomorrow. So the conclusion is
we're gonna break. We're gonna go about an hour more, and then we're gonna stop for the night. And then we're gonna get up early and then sort of finish our sail to Valencia and then be rested and all that. And
stick around. It's still gonna be fun. There's always something exciting that happens on the boat, right?
we'll break something. Don't worry about it.
Something will happen. Maybe we'll just climb the mast. For the heck of it.
So let's fast forward the next day. We are ready to go ahead and start our night sail. Listen, no plan that starts off perfectly ever ends perfectly, except for when you deal with a perfectionist like Avalon and Jessica. Anyway, all that being said, we're getting ready to take off, or at least getting ready to plan our overnight passage.
All right, so from 8 to 10, it's Dad and Avalon. Then it's going to be Avalon taking control and myself coming up and just hanging around helping Avalon.
I would prefer to be starting off early because I'm better when it's light out transitioning to the dark than just getting up and being in the dark. I think Dad would be better suited to sleep first. I also don't want you and Avalon at the helm by yourself yet because you haven't done it in a while during the day, so to just throw you out there at night by yourself isn't a good idea. So I think that when we're doing our shifts, you should be, yes, you can be at the helm, but one of our adults has to be with you. We can't be inside. Would you agree with that, Will?
I think for the first time,
I think
that's a wise idea, especially since Avalon, you haven't really sailed since the lessons.
No, you're right.
So the weather's gonna be like this. It's gonna be super easy in the beginning. So expect to go slow. Okay, we're giving ourselves plenty of time. For 45 nautical miles, we are allowing ourselves 12 to 13 hours, which is, we have time on our hands. And then essentially around midnight, 1 a.m., the winds are gonna pick up. Jessica, you'll be asleep. I'll go and handle at that point. And then by the time we get to Valencia, we should be expecting about 18 knot winds, which is gonna be nice to get in. So even if we're behind on time, we're gonna pick it up at the end. Does that sound good?
Wakey, wakey. I got the light extra bright for you. Look at this. I'm gonna go.
Oh God! Don't scare them.
I'm gonna go like that.
Don't scare the viewers away.
Look at that.
Oh my God!
Wake up!
I feel like I've been sleeping forever. I only slept for like 10 minutes. It feels like it. I have something special I bought for all of us to wear on our first overnight sail in the month of June.
Or only overnight sail in the month of June.
But it is also our first overnight sail.
It's true.
And it is the month of June.
Yes.
Okay, you get ready.
Okay.
This is so exciting. This is a formal affair, people. We're gonna break at the Fine China tonight. All that being said, it is officially 8:06 in the PM. Maybe if we had our soul in these things, these disco lights here will turn on, which will be a lot of fun.
I'm doing the first shift, guys. I'm ready to rock and roll. I took a little bit of a disco nap. Whoa, this looks pretty rad, huh? Adios! You're off to bed. Give me a kiss. I love you. Sleep well. All right, I'm checking in here. So I think during my watches, I'm gonna tell you guys stories from our travels. And the one I'm gonna tell you today is something that in almost 7 years of full-time travel, I have never had something so profoundly happen or saw something or experienced something that another human being did that touched me like what happened yesterday. All right, so we were in the marina and 2 berths down, there was a space between us and another boat came in. And so there was no one between us, but I could see him over there pulling in. He was, I'd say he was late 60s, maybe early 70s. And he single-handedly brought this boat in, bigger than ours, bigger than 36 feet, I'm 38 feet. And I thought, wow,
I am so impressed that this man is doing this by himself. He's still out here, he's still living, he's still fearless. And I was telling Will, I can't believe it. And Will says to me, oh, you wait, you don't even know the half of it. And I was like, what do you mean? So I was working outside here and I looked over it and I see that now there's a lady sitting out in the cockpit. This gentleman goes over to the woman and, yeah, I'm trying not to cry. He lifts her up and he moves her to a different spot on the cockpit because she appeared to be paralyzed from the neck down. He had to pick her up under her arms and like move her over. And I was trying not to stare, but I looked at that and I thought, holy shit, this man is blowing my mind. My mind. Outside of sailing single-handedly, he's also taking care of this woman 110%, probably feeding her, bathing her, keeping her happy and warm and whatnot. Guys, is your mind blown right now? So me being me, all I wanted to do was know their whole story. I wanted to know everything about them. How long have they been together? You know, was this always her dream? Does she love sailing? Have they been sailing for 20 years and she said, this is where I want to be. I don't want to be on land. Is this his dream and he's taking her along? I mean, he could have easily just put her in a home and went off on his way and said, you know, I can't take care of her. And no one would have judged him on that. You know, and here he is out here doing this. Anyway, I didn't invade their privacy, even though I wanted to. I didn't ask them questions. I just looked at them in awe and looked at Will in awe and thought, that is living. That is living. At a point in their life where they could have been just saying, this sucks, look what happened, you know, let's give up. They're out here living. Okay, so tell me in the comments, share a story. What's been the most profound humanitarian, kindness, loving thing that you've seen another human being when they do, when they've obviously had all the cards stacked against them? Tell me, I gotta hear these stories, okay? Amazing, people are amazing. It's getting a bit dusky. I am killing the time by singing Sheena Easton songs. I wake up every morning, stumble out of bed. We have, you can hear the motor, we have junk wind right now. Our true is 3, our parent is 5.1. Yeah, there's nothing really exciting to report. We're going 4 knots right now. Baby takes the morning train. He works from 9 to 5. Not anymore. He takes another home again. Will's losing his mind. He's napping, but he cannot. He's freaking out when he can't get the sail up. I'm okay. It's our first overnight, so I'm pretty patient. You guys know this has been a huge learning curve and a big fear of mine, so I'm fine taking it slow. I think we're doing great and I'm not too concerned. I have a feeling that he's gonna pull those sails up even if we have barely any wind because he's determined, so. Over and out.
This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. I'm officially handing off the post of boat watcher to Dad. Stop eating for a second, Dad. So I've told him everything we need to know. Basically, we're back on course. We need to make a small detour to go over a marine farm. Well, to go around it, not over it. And now we're back on course, and your 2 hours begins now.
2 hours now. I'm now betrothed to the helm.
Betrothed to the helm. You and the helm will be very happy, I'm sure.
It's not a lot of wind today.
Married life. Fantastic.
We're basically looking at wind right on our nose the entire way.
Wait, good night.
Very
I'm going to bed.
I love you. Okay. And so essentially I think, whoa, that's really
I know, as we've done it doing that like a couple
This is really, really bad.
I thought you meant bad wind, like it was
No.
too fast. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. Slow wind, that's fine. That's
Okay,
okay.
we're gonna try a different camera. I'm pretty excited about this. Lights of the cities right over there. So here on the night watch, this is actually quite fascinating because we're going purposefully very slow. There's nowhere that we have to be until like after sunrise, and at this point we're about, I don't know, 18 nautical miles away from our destination, and if we just continue at this pace of about 4 knots, we'll get there in 4.5 hours. So we're going really slow. I've gone ahead and put the engines down on takeover, and then we've got the sails up, and with about 6 knots on the beam, we're still doing about 4.5 knots of actual boat speed, which is really good. I can't say that I hate this. This is actually quite nice. Starting the summer, it's going to be a lot of going as slow as humanly possible and without an agenda, so that we can just raise the sails and go when we want to go. We've spent so much money on gas, it's not even funny. So I'm enjoying this. You know, I have the engines on takeover just because I think if I turn off the engines, it may wake up everyone, because I think the gentle humming of the engines is sort of keeping everyone in homeostasis. But it's about time for Avalon to take leave of hanging out here, and Largo's coming up really soon. I gotta make sure he stays within the cockpit, because he's a 13-year-old boy. He may want to just sit up front, and that's a no at this point.
I'm so exhausted right now. I'm gonna go, it's 10 minutes early, but I'm gonna go slowly wake up Largo so that he doesn't have to like jump out of bed, and I'm gonna give him some ramen. And did you want something? Because you told me to heat up the water.
Yeah, just some tea.
What type of tea?
I need tea.
We have a million types of tea.
The first tea, fine.
Okay, ginger tea.
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go do that. You have like 5-10 more minutes.
Okay.
Here's your tea.
Thank you much.
I'm going to bed now. Good night.
Thank you. Good night. Good morning, Largo.
Good morning.
How are you sleeping?
I'm sleeping really nice right
How
now.
was it sleeping while we were underway?
I actually couldn't get to sleep until like 10:30, but it was nice all the same.
Okay.
Honestly, it's really nice sleeping with waves.
What do you have in your hand? What are you eating?
Ramen. It's a good breakfast food, it's a good lunch food, it's a good dinner
I
food.
think it's our family sort of patron food at this point while underway. Now this was turning into one of the most incredible sails we'd ever experienced. Calm waters, gentle breeze, an incredible view, but on Largo's watch, eventually something came up that would change the entire trajectory of the rest of the night.
Then give him a smile. It's obviously nothing new that adding dire
What do you see,
warning from the
Largo?
GIA into the catastrophic consequences
And there's lightning all
constitutes a
around.
violation of the Lactic
Yeah.
Law, as
That's
outlined
lightning
by the
pretty far
Treaty
away,
of
though.
June 4,
Well, I
signed
mean,
by
on
Broadblue.
radar, it doesn't look that
I'm
far.
starting to hate life.
You can see the storm clouds.
Warning everyone to hold on as I lay off the burn and go hard.
It sort of appears that lightning clouds are a little bit off in the distance, but and it looks like all these thunder clouds are basically moving off of our beam at this point.
Whoa.
Hopefully in about the next 15 minutes we'll be past all of this.
Those look close.
It's pretty far away though. Alright, time for next switch. So at the end of my shift, which is now ending around 4 in the morning, Jess is coming on board, and we are basically 2 hours from entering the port, which means that we're gonna get there super early. But we had to sort of kick the engines down a little bit because that lightning, well, is getting a little close, and we just figured let's just be safe and get out of harm's way. Looks like it's gonna be a pretty decent sunrise, so I'm probably gonna be asleep for it, but once Jessica and Largo are here, Largo's got another 2 more hours on his, and it should be pretty magnificent. Alright, and
Good morning, Vietnam. I mean Valencia.
almost. We're about 2 hours away.
2 hours away. Oh, that's wonderful. I slept awesome. I slept for about 2.5 hours, then woke up and thought, that's it, I'm up. And then, of course, I went right back to sleep and snoozed big time. I love waking up seeing Valencia or Valencia on the horizon. I'm looking forward to coming into port and then taking a nice big nap because we're gonna meet some friends, go hang out at their pool and have some Indian food, which sounds lovely to have some social. So.
Woo! Wow, look at this.
So we've hit some rain, which is quite unpleasant, but it is what it is. It happens. I'm a little wet because I didn't dig out actually my rain gear, but I'll survive.
And you committed to getting wet.
Committed to getting wet, and I went and woke Will up because I didn't want to do this alone.
Serious energy going on right here.
If you don't want to come out here, you're going to get soaked.
Welcome to the new inaugural SNN episode 1. We are currently in the middle of one of the most severe storms we've been in the entire boat. And I am cold, I am tired, and I do not want to be here.
And your sister's now out of bed.
All caught up. I'll just go back to bed then.
We're out of ramen though.
what is
That's the
going
bigger
on?
problem.
What is going on?
It's raining and there's lightning.
Are we in an electrical storm?
We are in a storm. Why? So basically, I came on my shift. It was completely fine. Within about half an hour, I started seeing lightning, and I already knew there was some lightning like way behind us because Will and Margot kind of prepped me on that. But now it was in front of me, and then I got a little panicky, so I woke Will up. I had him take a look. He said, I think it seems pretty fine. He went back to bed, and within 20 minutes, it went from, it's fine to, oh my gosh, get Will up now. Because I didn't want to, this is my first time in this, I didn't want to do it alone. And it got dark, and it started to twinkle, twinkle, twinkle. Then the lightning was still pretty far, thunder was pretty far, but the rain started just coming down, and I got Will up in minutes, and he came and hung out with me and chatted, and here we are, and now it's gone. Now it's gone.
Still flashing behind you.
Still flashing behind me, it's still flashing away in the distance, but Valencia is between here and that whatever's going on.
All right, so we're now finally entering into the port of Valencia after what seemed like a nice tranquil evening, and it turned into this nonsense. Listen, I don't care. It's our first night crossing, our first night passage, and I'm pretty psyched about it. And
Talk about the weather. Was this in the forecast at all?
This was the best weather in the world.
We weren't supposed to get rain. It was supposed to be just wind, and that was supposed to show up like about 5 hours from this point, maybe like about 3 hours from this point.
So we didn't get the wind, but we got that.
We didn't get the wind, but we got the rain.
Thunder and lightning, right?
Right. We got the worst part. I'd rather have at least a little bit more wind so we wouldn't have to use the motor. But listen, all's well that ends well. All of our vlog series nowadays has been about us breaking boundaries, and we definitely broke one on this one.
All about firsts. By the way, happy Father's Day.
That's tomorrow.
Is now the time to tell you that you're not the real dad?
Oh, stop it.
We're going on an overnight sail. Woo! We might need a nap first.
What's your favorite thing to do, the slime line?
So much.
All right, so Avalon has her own proposal.
Oh, look at that. She's putting my glasses on. She's getting serious.
I have to get like this to see in these.
You're destroying your eyes, Avalon. You're unfit to sail now. Are you excited?
I'm a little nervous because it looks a little, the sea looks a little angry today.
It's just not. You look angry today. I actually enjoyed this a lot. I know that if we're going from one place to another, I would rather do a night sail.
Really?
Yeah, I really do.
It appears that one ship is running away from us because we're so scary, and another ship is running away from us because we're even scarier.
I don't normally just drink out of the juice like this.
Yeah,
It's
you
the
do.
last of it.
Stop lying.
And I'm trying to save the dishes.
You're a great role model for kids.
This is the thumbnail video, so please act like it's a thumbnail video. Clickbait face, go, Dad.
Okay, we gotta go.
All right.
Good night,
Bye, guys.
or good afternoon, good morning, whatever you want to call it.